What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're coming off a freaking huge Marvel week, and today we at long last have guilds, clans, alliances, as Snap is calling it, coming to Marvel Snap as of this patch. And along that, we have the monthly content patch, which is going to bring us leagues in the upcoming weeks, as well as some card buffs today, and then more card buffs Thursday, because we're going to have an OTA this week as well. So there's a lot to look forward to, a lot to talk about. Let's start with alliances. So let's go ahead and tell you guys everything you need to know about alliances in like 2 minutes or less. So odds are you probably play other games if you're playing Marvel Snap. I don't know what you play. Maybe World of Warcraft in your past, some other mobile games. I'm not sure. Neopets, okay? But all these had clans, guilds, or in Marvel Snap's case, alliances. And usually they offer up a social world to interact with your friends and strangers on the internet. But on top of that, there's typically a good bonus to be a part of one. And Snap is going to continue to build on this. But as of launch day, let me tell you why you want to join one. Number one is going to be bounties, which means rewards. All right, bounties are kind of like the missions that we have in Marvel Snap already. You're going to be able to select up to 3 bounties that you're going to have to do a task in the game, if you will. And you can swap these out, I think, 3 times a week. And if you do that, you're going to earn rewards and overall just points for your alliance and then also yourself, right? So right off the bat, you're looking great. You're going to get rewards for yourself and for your alliance. So hell yeah for some free stuff for just playing the game. And right now, that's not going to be the main reward feature within alliances. They plan on bringing more, like alliance versus alliances. And I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe like I'll play one person on their alliance. Everybody gets matched up and the total cubes will win. All I know is that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Now, how do you join one of these alliances, right? And there's a couple things that are important here. First of all, every alliance is going to be different. You're going to have the sweat lords that require like the super rank of 1,000,000 collection level, and you have all the cards, and they want you to play every day, and that makes sense. If that's what they're going for, great. Probably not the alliance for you. If you'd want to join more of like, I don't know, the Marvel Snap poopers that just play when they sit down and poop and pop their phone out every now and then, right? That's probably more keen, less rewards, but more people that play the game similar to you, which I think is going to be important for you to find. Now, I don't know how I'm going to be doing it, but you can find yourself the name of an alliance or an ID by searching that, or create your own and set your own parameters for you and your buddies. And in fact, I'm going to be picking somebody randomly here down who comments below, a subscriber. All you got to put is I don't even know, your favorite cozy video that I've done or series or anything like that of a content idea. Love seeing that kind of stuff from you guys. Comment down below and I'll be picking one of you guys. Now, when you're creating an alliance, you're going to be able to pick an emblem that represents it, a theme, and then your tag, your name, your description, and your requirements, right? And obviously, there's leaderboards, so you can keep track of who's playing the game and who's not, depending on what you set for your standard. Now, let's go and talk about alliance management, all right? You're going to be able to assign yourself leaders from members in your alliance, members being the lowest spot. You got officers, then you have the leaders that can, set up different things and whatever it might be. They can manage the alliance a bit better. The HR departments, all that good stuff. And then, of course, as we talked about before, the social feature where you can talk to your friends and say all the great stuff you want to say. It's going to show like high accomplishments for them. And what I'm hoping for is it's going to show also failures. I want to see when Dexter's losing 8 cubes. I want to make sure I keep them accountable, and me too. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much everything you need to know right now about it. So you can go ahead and hop on in and find it for yourself. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about leagues that are coming to the game via this update, although they are launching August 8th through the 10th in the first Deadpool League. And you might have heard me talk about leagues in a past update. It was kind of a colossal failure, and they took all of that to heart, and they made it a hell of a lot better. I'm actually looking forward to this a ton. You're just going to play the game as you would normally, except you're going to be put in a pool of 30 other players that are similar to yourself in a standard league. And by just playing and getting cubes, you're going to climb up the leaderboard and win different rewards by just playing the game, which is an absolute W. Really looking forward to this because, again, it's just going to reward you for playing the game. Now, in this Deadpool League, there's no premium league. To my understanding, you buy your way into this league, and then it's a bit more competitive. I don't know how this looks. I kind of like them not doing anything like that money-wise when it comes to any kind of competition, but maybe you just buy yourself a spot into the league, and then it's just like the standard. We're going to have to wait and see. It feels like we're kind of laying a foundation with this patch, right? We have Deadpool's Diner, which they're going to continue to correct and make better, which I think overall was a pretty good success. You've got leagues, now alliances, and we're all setting up for Q4, hopefully some new game modes and stuff there as well. But for those that came for the balance changes, let's go ahead and talk about it. We have a couple here, but most of them are going to be coming via the OTA on Thursday. And we got to start with easily the most notable, the biggest one, and really the only main one today. and that is Moon Knight. So Moon Knight used to be a 3/3. On reveal, he would discard a card from each player's hand, which you would know is garbage because it's just too random, and you can't just depend on randomness. But now he's getting a massive buff, guys. They're going to be making this more targeted so that Moon Knight is going to discard a cost associated with an even number. So 2, 4, and 6, which is insane. 2, there's a lot of great 2-drops in the game. Maybe your opponent is hanging on to that for the last turns. You're going to be able to get rid of that. 4 is the next play after if you play him on curve. Getting rid of something like a Miss Marvel is going to be huge. Or 6-drop being the best. Get rid of that Red Hulk in their hand. This definitely gives him an identity to attack your opponent, but also you're going to help yourself now because we have really good discard options that are going to want this, right? For a perfect example, we have cards like Wolverine that you can get rid of with Moon Knight to help you out and then go after your opponents. You have Swarm, which is going to be a great target as well, and things like, even better here, Proxima Midnight getting a massive bonus to be able to get targeted, and then again, it gets played for you and your opponent might lose an important card. Or even more important than that, you've got Apocalypse, which is just great to get another engine to fuel him and his power-up. And then, of course, lastly, you have Helicarrier, which is going to help fill your hand and help that collector kind of discard deck and hopefully hurt your opponent. This gives Moon Knight his own role within Snap finally, and he has that targeted discard in some sort of manner. Doing 2 things at once is always great for a card, and this is probably going to earn him a slot in plenty of discard decks moving forward, getting rid of the randomness and adding consistency to an archetype that could use the love. All right, now our last full change is going to be to Uatu here, and Uatu is finally getting the buff that we've all just kind of been waiting for. Look, for whatever reason, they just did not want to let you have your Uatu. Look at all of the locations on the board, and now he's finally going to do that. We've been waiting for this Uatu for some time, and if you're somebody that wants to use locations and help you out a bunch, we have a 1/2 Uatu that will let you see every location before they appear as long as he's in your deck, which is kind of cool, and it's going to work with some builds. I don't expect him to be played everywhere, but definitely it's going to be nice for new players and then certain decks. Next up, we have a small but kind of big change for Shadow King, and Luke Cage is no longer going to stop him from working, which is going to be pretty cool, right? Both for negative or positive wise. Essentially, he's going to be cleansing the modifiers off cards, which will be nice because you have one less counter to a very good tech card. And lastly, we have all the other stuff for those that care. Essentially, they're going to be changing the word and the text of cost, right? And essentially, here's the paragraph right here. For those that want to pause and read it, but not much is going to change here. Don't really worry about this. This is probably to help out something in the future, but all these cards here, Yondu, Colin Wing, Black Bolt, Lady Sif, White Queen, Jane Foster, and Mirage has had their text updated, but you guys are going to notice no change as of now. And that's pretty much it. It's a small one, but a big one, right? We've got alliances, we have leagues, we've got all the changes today and the stuff coming Thursday. Discard's going to get a nice bump up. So lots to break down, and I'm excited for what this week is going to hold in Snap before we go into the August season. Now, as of this moment, I've got no freaking idea what I'm going to be doing for my alliance. I'll probably be putting it on Twitter and the next video of how I'm going to be recruiting people into mine. I know I won't be managing it a lot because the last thing I need is another job. But hopefully you guys are excited for the new update. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. I'll be picking, obviously, subscribers to join the alliance for starters. So have a good one. Have a great one. Good luck out there to the next one. Happy snapping.